Hi guys, welcome back to Mzansi Coders. I'm so excited to have you today. So we're gonna be actually looking at some of the SQL challenges. Wait, did I say SQL? Isn't it supposed to be SQL? That's how it's written, like SQL. You know what? They say there is no master of pronunciation, so we will actually never know. Some people they say there was actually a debate on Quora. Some people saying it should be SQL. Some people are saying it should be SQL. So I don't know, guys. If you know what's the right way of pronouncing this, please leave it in the comment section. I'd love to hear. But anyway, today, let me before we get started, let me just zoom in so that you guys can see. So we're gonna be looking at some of the SQL challenges, whereby we are told that the Ember Conglomerate Corporation just acquired some new companies. Each of these companies follow this hierarchy, like from the founder, lead manager, senior manager, manager, and employee. So, given the table schema below, write a query to print the company code. So, founder name, total number of leads, total number of senior managers, employees, order your output by ascending code. So, whenever I teach, most of the time I like to follow a systematic approach. So just know that what you need to do if you don't understand the question, read the question, write it in your own word, right? That means that's step one. Like you're going to be able to understand it. Then step two, understand the input and the output. Like understand the table that you're given and understand what is it that you need to like give out as the output. Okay. Then you go to step three. You can just like try to analyze the table and see because that is going to help you to come up with like to cover all the edge cases, right? So you can like think of, okay, does this table have duplicates? What are like all of this information, like small analysis, and look at all of the tables, and you're coming up with edge cases and how you're going to write your SQL code in such a way that you cater for those edge cases, right? Then you go to the solution and you iterate and you kind of like find the optimal way, right? So you can follow that. But in this case, I see that actually HackerRank kind of like tells me all of this information, like the tables contain duplicates. The company code is a string. So when you go into order, because they said we must order by company code, I should take this into consideration. Then the good thing is that I can actually look at each table, so I don't have to like search and try to see which columns are there. So everything has been written for me here, so it's much easier. So cool, guys. I think we can go ahead and solve this, but it's going to be an iterative process whereby we just like solve it and come back and something like that. So what we're going to do is to say, first thing that I like to do is just to select everything and just get everything right from the respective tables. Then we can now start like working our way towards like getting the correct output. Okay, so we're gonna select from the company table, select everything from let me say this company. So we're just gonna give us an alias of C. Then what we're gonna do is to full join, because we saw the question. They said that given the table query to print the company code founder. So they also want the total of managers. So for us to get the total of managers, we need to go to the lead managers table. Okay, so that's why here I'm just gonna say full join. What was the name? So the name was lead manager. Okay, so lead manager, right? Full join lead manager. Just gonna give it L on. Then we're just gonna say L dot company code. So this is quite important for you to kind of like understand. Like we've been told that everything is structured in a hierarchical order. So what happened is that you need to go from like company, lead manager, senior manager when you join, because you don't want to join by the company code all the time. It will give you all the managers in other companies, like, company codes and stuff. So that's why it's very important. So yeah, I'm just going to say C dot company code, right? So just to explain again, we're just getting all the lead managers from a specific company, right? That's it. Now, what we're going to do, we're not going to get the senior managers from respective companies, but we're going to get many senior managers under the lead manager. Okay, if I'm making sense. So we're going to say senior manager, because we've been told that everything is hierarchical already. So you're going to say S dot. Now we need to join the senior manager by the lead manager code, because our assumption is, since everything is in a hierarchical order, that means you can have leader manager, then you can have senior managers, right, under the lead manager. So that's why here we're just going to say lead manager, then we're going to say code. So equals to, we have to take the L dot lead manager code. Okay, just gonna get everything, guys. Full join. Okay, we're gonna go to the table manager, and we're gonna say on, and we're gonna say m dot. Now we're not looking at lead managers, we're looking at senior managers. So we want all the managers under senior managers. Like, remember the word hierarchical, right? So we're just gonna say manager, then we want senior manager code. Okay, then we're just gonna say equals to S dot senior manager code. Okay, and we just say full join. Now we're looking at employee e on e dot, we have to look at the, what is it called, employee code, right? So nope, we're not looking at employee code because it's manager. So we have to say e dot manager code, right? And we're going to say equals to m dot manager code. So let's see what we get with this. Before we move on, I know that like we have a lot of things that we need to take into consideration. This is just to say, are we able to get the data with what we have written so far, right? But since this thing is still processing, let's continue. And now we're gonna say group by. Why am I grouping by? Because we have been told from the question, if we scroll up, we've been told that print the company code and founder name. On top of that, we want the total count of lead managers, senior managers, employees, and managers, right? So to get those count, the first thing we need to do is to group by the company code. Let's see. Oh, my SQL. I'm supposed to use this. So let me just go back. Let me go to MySQL. I'm just gonna copy this, guys. I wasn't actually aware that I'm using MySQL. I was writing my code for SQL Server. They're still the same thing. Anyway, so what I need to do now is to write the company code. So we want to group by the company codes. I think they call it company codes. Okay, it's company code. Then we want to group by the founder because they said company code, then the founder, like in order, right? Company code, then comes the founder. Perfect. So we've also been told that order your output by ascending company code. So what you want to do in this case, you just want to say order by, we're just gonna say order by the company code. So you're just gonna say company code. Okay, so it's okay to order by company code because by the look of the company code, it has the character and the number. So what will then happen is that it will just like order them correctly. So we don't have to like do substring to get the number. So this is how they want it, like C1, C10, C2. So it's fine. This should work. Okay, cool. There's something very important that we need to do, right? So we know that as much as we join in these tables, then we're gonna get ambiguous values, right? So what we wanna do is that we wanna select these columns from specific table. So for example, here I'm just gonna get everything from company table, just order by these company code from company table. Even whenever I'm selecting them, I have to be specific which table I want them to be coming from. Okay. Then what we can do, guys, is then we can just do a count, right? So we can start counting, because from the questionnaires we can still remember they said they want the total number of leads. So what we can do is that we can go to the table of lead manager, and when we get there, we just get the lead manager code, right? So just paste it there. Then we can just say as total lead manager, something like that. Total lead manager. Same thing, count. Now they said that they also want the total for senior managers. So you can see senior dot lead s senior manager code, and we can just say also s total lead manager. Perfect. Lead senior manager. Sorry about that, guys. Senior manager. Perfect. So just gonna do the same thing. And now we go into the manager table. Just have to say senior. Go to the manager code and just have to say as total manager. Then we're just gonna do the same thing, count. Now counting. Okay, yeah, they said total number of employees. So we just have to go to the employee table. So we need to understand, okay, they call them employee code. So you just have to say employee code. And I'm gonna say as total employees. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think this should work, guys. So this should give us what we want. Let's have a look. So we just like got whatever they needed from us in terms of the total number, total senior, total employees, and we did order by the ascending order. Oh, look at that. Wrong answer. Okay, so it looks like the table may contain duplicates. So that's why I said it's very important to write everything down. Like you just see now, I forgot about this important thing. So if the table may contain duplicates, so what we want to do is that we want to select all the distinct stuff. Distinct. What happened? I can't. Distinct. I forgot to write today. Distinct. I always have difficulties writing distinct. It's because maybe that's how I'm pronouncing it. Distinct. Okay. Just to say, let's get all the unique stuff, because we know that there might be duplicates, so you don't want duplicates and stuff. So no. So let's check it now, guys, and see if it will work. So yeah, I think it should work. The company code such as will not be numeric, and let's have a look. Should be done now. Perfect. Look at that, guys. We made it. So I'm so excited. I'll do more of the SQL challenges as we go along, guys. Just join me in the near future, and thanks for joining, guys. Bye.